Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Tonight, what can I say? Shane Gooner, Rachid is here. You know, you can't get any better than this. I might actually put in chat in a minute the link. Last week was fun. We had a couple of new people join us. Shane, how's it going, man?
Yeah,
Good
all
show
good, man.
earlier.
Can't complain. Oh, sorry.
No, I was going to say good show earlier. I watched.
Oh, yeah. No, it's a good laugh. It's a good laugh. Listen, yeah, the morning show is picking up again, despite the algorithm issues. But no, big up for coming on the Bruised Banana as well last night. That was another banger. I really enjoyed that, and I'm really looking forward to this, to getting our claws into what should be a piece of piss game. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But big up for having me on. Big up to Rashid and the legendary chat, of course.
Yeah, absolutely. Rachid, is this the first time you've been on my show?
I think this is the third. This is the third or the second or something like that.
Yeah.
But it's always a pleasure, man. It's always a pleasure to share a screen with you, Shane, chat as well. When I was looking at when I was watching the intro, yeah, that's the real Arsenal. Do you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Real players, like proper players, the ones that I obviously saw, and I remember. Like I can't. I was just looking at it and I was thinking, what the fuck happened to us? But yeah, man, we're here nevertheless.
Yeah, I totally agree with you, mate. I totally agree with you. Just going to pick out a couple of quick comments before we get into this. Johan DVD, hello, how are you? New in the house today. You are welcome. DG, as always, big up to his panel and chat. Big up to you, mate. And we've got AFC's proctologist, Dr. Seymour, man. I love that name. Carl Rossi's here. The fellow compatriot of yours, Shano, is here in the house.
Big up to Carl, man.
Big up to Carl. And Carl alive an affinity, and he's big into his music and into his wine. What a job. Lovely. Right, let's get into this, people. Lenny Moon, good evening, brother Jez, and those legends. Absolute real ones, man. We've got now before we get into the Wolves game, let's talk about the other night. Yeah. Shano, first off, a little bit, not all that, but great goal from Madueke. You can't deny it. That's a class goal, isn't it? We always like to see the balls leathered. You put your foot through those laces. Old school term there, of course.
Yeah.
And you see the ball whiz off the underneath of that bar. Yeah, I mean, it was a good performance in the end. But a few players came on but didn't need to play, mate. In my opinion, what do you think?
Yeah, listen, like a lot of people sort of say that I'm just obsessed with resting and rotation and injuries. It's all I talk about. But we've been around a long time, Jez. Between the three of us here, we have many a year of being a football fan, of watching football. We don't just watch Arsenal like some of these top gooners. We watch a lot of football. We've seen a lot of football. We understand it, and we know that to win the big competitions in elite sport, you need to cover every base, and rotation in this day and age is possibly the most important of the lot. It is it's why Pep Guardiola does so well. So when I see Saka not only coming on but traveling with the squad, why? Just why bring him? Bring one of the kids. There was no need to bring him, no need to play him. The defense, he would have played the likes of Saliba, Timber if they were fit. He's somehow managed to have a centre back, a midfielder at centre back, despite starting the season with 8 defenders. He's just run through them like they're nothing. He has run through them like they're nothing. So as much as the performance was professional, Madueke's goal was fantastic. And you know what? It's done me a lot of favours, that goal, because I'm getting hounded on YouTube for shorts I'm putting out where it's me. I've been constantly saying that Saka's lost that burst of pace. He's lost that burst of pace, of saying it over and over again. And I keep getting, Saka was never about pace. Saka was never the quickest winger. Saka doesn't need pace. Others, and they don't understand the difference between a burst of pace and someone that's quick. Messi has a burst of pace. He's not quick. He has a burst of pace. He's able to shift inside. And that Madueke goal was exactly what I was talking about, what Saka can't do anymore. The way he took it down, the way he shoved the defender off and then left him. Then he put the burners on. because that burst of pace is the hardest one to do. That's why a sprinter will often be not very good at long distance running, and a long distance runner will often not be good at sprinting. It's a completely different thing. It looks the same. It's completely different. It's all about the start. If you're doing the 100 meters, it's who's quickest off the mark is usually the winner. And that burst of pace is sort of something you can't train. It's something that you have, something you're born with. You have strong hamstrings. You have, good Achilles, all of that sort of stuff. And he's lost that with that injury. So bringing him on was just despicable to me. But listen, this is this manager. I'm going a bit off kilter here, but this is all these things that we are saying he is doing, the scumbagness of him, throwing Gyökeres under the bus and all this stuff. But with the Saka injury, I mean, suddenly now this knock that he got in training, oh no, it's his ankle, which I said at the time. I said it's his ankle. It's not a knock, it's his ankle. Because if it was a knock, he would have played. It was his ankle the whole time that he has rushed him back from 3 times. So now he's just saying it's his ankle. And not one person in the press conference went, hang on a second, Mikel, you said he got a knock. Why are you suddenly going back on your word? So for the rotation, that's what I'm looking for now in this match and the Wolves match. Now, he will go full pelt against Wolves. Like, that's a guarantee. He will go full pelt. Whoever's fit, if they're his players, they're playing. But as for the Bruges match, great goal from Madueke. Great goal from Martinelli. And I quite like Madueke's second goal, if I'm being honest with you. The cross was good. Zubimendi was dog shit for the whole match, apart from that cross, by the way. But I like that Madueke came in at the back post. Our wingers don't do that enough. Our wingers are often outside the box when they're on the opposite side and someone cuts down the byline and whips it back. How often? I mean, I've said it before, Raheem Sterling made a career out of it. That was his career, was coming into the back post, tap in.
Yeah. De Bruyne.
That's it. De Bruyne whipping it across. So I saw Eze do that from the wing against Villa. It was the only plus he had in that half, was he got the goal disallowed, but at least he made that run. I was saying to the viewers at the time, I like to see that. So Madueke made that run. So that goal, as much as the other two were beautiful to watch, that one was more satisfying for me, because I went, yeah, good. Normally that ball comes in and nobody's there, and it just goes out for a throw or whatever. So look, there was pluses to it. This idea that Noel Norgard can play in defence now. Listen, we were playing Bruges, and not only were we playing Bruges, they had as many chances as we had. If you look at the stats, they had as many shots. If they had a finisher, they could have buried us in the first half. They had a better first half than us. And if we hadn't scored straight away from they fell asleep, it might have been a different game. So people saying, oh, well, we have Norgard at centre back now. Give me a break. Imagine putting Norgard and Nkapé up against a Haaland or something like that. He would eat them for breakfast, man. And that is one thing that I'll finish on this as well. Nkapé is a highlight defender for me. He makes little blocks and he gets in people's faces, but he gets it far too attracted to the ball and the man. Like, the amount of times he gets too close to the forward with his back to goal, and then he plays people on side as well, because he chases the ball like a dog. And it looks great because he's so full of energy. But in a big game, he'll cost you, man. He will cost you. And that's why I think he was okay with Leverkusen, because he played the left side of a back three. He had 2 defenders to cover him when he went off, chasing people down. But if we go into big games with Calafiori wandering at left back and Nkapé following the ball at left centre back, regardless of who's beside him, we could be in trouble. So this squad depth everybody talked about, and oh, look, they proved it. They beat Bruges. Yeah, we beat Bruges. They're in 31st place in the Champions League. They have 1 win. All right, so it's not this big, massive result. City got a good result. They went away to Madrid and beat them. They're not claiming the Madrid trophy, by the way. They're just getting on with it. So I went a bit around the houses there. But look, it was an okay performance. Better team would have done us. We saw a bit of rotation, but the problem that I have now is that everybody thinks, well, the rotation's done now. We can just go back to flogging every player for the rest of the season. That's not how rotation works. And I'm waiting to see what happens tomorrow, but I can almost guarantee I could pick at least 9 of the first 10. But, that will start tomorrow.
True. Yeah, that's a good analysis, mate. Let's go quickly from some of these comments, man. Views and Sport, man. Legend on the panel and chat, mate. I'll put the link in there if you want to jump on. I did this last week. It was really good, actually. Really good. I really enjoyed having different people jump in. Never done it before. So, by the way, Shano and Rachid, it is working perfectly, this new thing in the YouTube studio. Actually, you actually get a proper picture of the show live. So,
okay. All right.
Nice.
Have a look.
So actually, yeah, I called it out, but actually it's right. It's working. Big up, Stephanie. How are you? Hope you're well. Paul Nash, good to see you, mate. Hope you're well. Proper. proper man there. Yeah, Carl, and we've got just go through these, and I'm going to bring Macy in as he's in the background. Kawaji saying predictions: Arsenal 3, Wolverhampton Wanderers 0. Okay, mate. I will come back to that one. I'm expecting a lot more than 3 bleeding 0. But yeah, we'll get into it. We'll get into it. But I'm just going to bring Macy in. Rachid.
Mhm.
Weren't that we could have been in trouble that first half.
Yeah.
They were causing us a little bit of grief. But you know, as Shano said, that basically great goal, Madueke, and then poacher goal. That's the sort of thing that the old Arsenal used to do. We used to have that sort of thing going down. We used to have a certain player, Mr. Wright, player I used to think was fantastic. Not anymore because of, you know, and we're not getting to that. And my great friend, of course, not Mr. Keogh, after his bullshit he came out with. But yeah, give me your breakdown of it, mate.
Hey, do you know what? Do you know what it is? We've had a couple of games, by the way. We've had a couple of games. Shout out Macy, my tribal chief.
Shout out Rashid, my wise man.
So do you know what it is? We've had a couple of games where a lot of teams had the chances. We can go to Fulham, we can go to a lot of games that Man United, they had the chances to kill us. It's just that teams aren't finishing their dinner. And it was a moment of brilliance from Madueke. And I've been telling them time and time again, Jez, Shane knows about it as well. I have a mad theory. I'm thinking that right now, Madueke is a better choice than Saka. We need to just put him on the bench. Do you know what I'm saying? I feel like Madueke is a better choice. Now, it's not that Madueke is a baller. It's that Saka's bar is so low that I'm looking at it and I'm like, do you know what? Might as well just play Madueke. So I'm at that point with when it comes to our wingers. Especially if we play those teams that want to low block us. You see, when they low block us, Saka has no way in. No way in. He can't beat his first man. He's lost that burst of pace, like Shane said. I don't know what they're laughing about. I don't know what they're talking about. Because it's true. Do you know what I'm saying? If anytime you tell them anything about Saka, they just turn. I don't know what happens to them. Do you know what I'm saying? They just go mad. Are you mad? Do you know what I'm saying? If they can't find an answer, you're probably racist. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's the last thing that they'll tell you. But we're looking at football the way I look at it, yeah, is that we beat that team because we have better players. That's basically it. It's not some fucking genius play or something. We had better players, you know. Zubimendi's cross was a good cross. I'll be honest with you, that was a good cross. I have a crazy theory where I want Zubimendi more up the pitch. Maybe if you more up the pitch and Rice more down. Do you know what I'm saying? But because I feel like Zubimendi can give you a little bit of tech that Rice can't give you. That just a little bit of tech where he can find the player, maybe play a pass. In reality, they shouldn't play. Zubimendi, in reality, he shouldn't play. But again, we're talking about like the bar is so low. I'm just going with players that I feel like that will make a little bit of a difference. I look at the game, yeah, and there was a lot of mistakes in that defense, and other teams in the Premier League maybe would have got at us, would probably scored a goal. Maybe they wouldn't win the game, but they still would have drew the game. People are forgetting that draws are like little losses now. You know that City's behind you. Do you know what I'm saying? City's a big problem when they're behind you. See, City is better off them being the first place. Them being first place is better than them chasing you, because they can really chase you down, and they've done it before. It's not the first time. Do you know what I'm saying? But I mean, when you look at it, it was a professional performance. You know, better players, you win the game. You know, if they had better, maybe a striker, someone that can score a goal, probably could have caused us a lot of problems. But overall, listen, we won the game. I want more professional performances. I want to win. I don't care how, you know. But sometimes it does matter. You can look at the bigger picture, you know, you can think outside the box. That's what people, you know, a lot of people have like robotic minds. They have like they're like parrots. They just listen and repeat, you know, whatever Arteta says. You listen to a Top Gooner, it's about 90% of what Arteta said. I swear to God, they do not have a mind of their own. They don't even speak their mind. You know what I'm saying? And this is why, what I love about YouTube is that you can speak your mind. This is your opinion. Do you know what I'm saying? Obviously, we can back it up with facts after facts after facts. Do you know what I'm saying? And these people aren't hearing it. But with these Arsenal fans, it's battles, not wars. It's not the war. It's battles. They'll win a couple of battles because Arteta will get you to a certain place. The amount of money put in, you know what I'm saying? The amount of power given. You have to be somewhere in the conversation after spending 1 billion and a bit. Let's be honest here. Come on. Like any manager, with a decent manager, needs to be in the conversation with this amount of money. But again, listen, we go against Wolves. You know, we don't have Rice in that midfield. That midfield is weak. Why do you think they created those chances? You know, we're playing Marino in that midfield. That's not the one. I'm sorry, that is not the one, playing Marino in that midfield. Maybe not against Bruges, but it will get at us. Do you know what I'm saying? It's little things that we see and we talk about. Those are the small details that define the trophy. See, when we told them rotate the team, it's because it's 38 games. It's not 10. It's not 15. It's 38. You need to look at the long run. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's something Pep Guardiola's so good at the league. Wherever he goes, he wins a lot of leagues, more than the Champions League, innit? He wins a lot of leagues. Why? Because he looks at the long run. He rotates the team. He knows that the crunch time is not now, it's coming. You know what I'm saying? Yes, you should start strong, but there's still games to play. Do you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of games to play. We're gonna play, and when after Christmas, after January, we'll start playing teams that are playing relegation. Do you know what I'm saying? Relegation teams, you know how they play. They're gonna low block us, and we haven't found a way to open these low blocks. Again, when you play Eze in that midfield, you might create more than usual. Do you know what I'm saying? But with Odegaard in that midfield, it's back to normal. It's back to last season. It's the same game. I don't know why they gave him all the players and they were talking about, and now we've got a big squad now. But he doesn't use the squad. Does he really use the squad? Oh, but no. He rested Rice last game. But the damage is always is already done. Like, the damage is already done. It's already happened. He's already injured. He's already gonna be out for a lot of games. Do you know what I'm saying? Even if he's not allowed out of a lot of games, it's most of the players. We're always gonna have 5-4 players injured. Always. He injured Max Stallman, bro. He injured Max Stallman. Now Max Stallman's gone as well. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's this man before he leaves.
Timber's injured as well, apparently.
Timber, like, before he leaves.
Another knock. Yeah, so that's take a knock. Another knock. Saliba took a knock as well. And Rice was sick. He didn't even rest him. He was sick. Sick before the Villa game.
Absolutely crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I want to bring Mace here on this. Get your opinion on this, buddy.
Yeah. So
I just want to read this shout, mate. I just want to read this, and I'll come back to you.
Go ahead.
Carl's saying there's no resting in the league when we're gunning for the title. Do not underestimate Wolves. True. They are gritty and play ugly and dirty. Our players do not like that. That's a very good point from Carl. Noah Atkins, Carl Rossi, they have been awful, though. Obviously, don't underestimate them, but we should batter them. I'm 4-0. I want more than 4-0 against bloody Wolves, man. More than that. But Macy, thanks for joining, buddy, as always.
No problem, Jez. That's what I'm here for. So,
What do you think, mate? I want to move this a little bit forward. This comment here: Mourinho is so slow, turning midfield and reacting. I can't watch him play CM again. Now, give me your breakdown or your honest opinion on Saka? And my opinion. This is my opinion. Right? We've potentially got another Michael Owen here. Because to me, he skips out of tackles. He hasn't got that. incisive, cutting pace he once had, after he had that terrible injury, grade 3 hamstring and surgery and all that, to me, he's not the player he once was. And there's the question. People are asking the question, Macy, right?
Yeah.
So a couple of points to this, right? Some people are saying his time is done at Arsenal. Give me your view.
Well, I mean, the fact is that if Arteta continues to play Saka every single game, then it looks like he could be done. And the fact is, Jez, he's been absolutely terrible this season. Like, the fact of the matter is that this manager has to keep playing him because he's under some sort of contract for some apparent reason. So that's why he can't persist of putting him on the bench or like not letting him get an opportunity to start. But the thing is, this is on Arteta because he continues to persist with Saka and not Noni Madueke. And when I was impressed with Madueke on the game against Club Brugge when he scored that cracking first goal. That was absolutely amazing. I mean, I never knew he can score that kind of long range goal. So my point is, Madueke from now on should be getting some games because remember, Arteta wanted Madueke in the summer and he's got his man. So he can't keep persisting with Saka when he knows that Madueke was his main option in the summer. So from now on, Madueke needs to be getting some opportunities. And listen, I'm not a big fan of Madueke, but he is starting to prove me wrong this season. He's doing a lot of good things for us. The goals that he's scoring, the amount of times he comes forward and he tries to create something for us. I like that because throughout the years I've been a bit hypocritical of a Chelsea reject because of the fact that they've not, like, when they leave Chelsea, when they come to our football club, like, they are absolutely dreadful. Like, but what I see in Madueke, I see somebody who is not afraid to take on a massive challenge, and someone that really wants to be an Arsenal player. So I'm happy that he's improving as the games go by, but he needs to do more. And also, Mikel Moreno in midfield worries me at times because every time I see him in midfield, he's always getting, he moves the ball so slowly, and when the opposition come at his in his side, it's hard for him to defend in midfield. So from now on, Moreno should be our full striker, not our main striker, but our full striker, because we know Gyökeres is our main striker, but Arteta doesn't persist with him because when Kai Havertz comes back into the team, Arteta will be more than proud to see his main striker back in the squad, and he's gonna bench Gyökeres for the whole of the season. So, listen, I'm happy we got the job done over Club Brugge, but against Aston Villa, we need to talk about that. I was absolutely fuming that we lost 2-1 to Villa, and big up to Unai Emery as well. He absolutely put Super Mick Arteta out of his misery, because that's what happens when you sack one manager and he comes back and he haunts the manager that we currently have. So this is what our fan base deserve, because they always love to say, oh, but Unai Emery didn't give us the feeling that we've been missing. When Arteta's here, he always gives us the feeling of us to be excited. Like, are we excited now that Villa defeated us? Like, it's just so boring. And also, Arteta came out and said that he's more than happy to train the players in the dark. Like, another stupid question from this manager. Like, why would he say that he wants to train our players in the dark? Like, his press conferences wind me up every single time. I can't stand his press conferences anymore. Somebody should just say to him, Arteta, when are some of your players going to continue are starting to come back? They should ask him that question. But every time they say to him, "Oh, Arteta, what is your next plan?" and all this garbage stuff, like these journalists are just too afraid to ask him one question.
They can't ask him that.
He gets rid of them, though, Macy. He gets rid of them if they do, you see. If they ask him tough questions, they're gone.
Yeah, because they're too afraid. Because if they say something like bad about Arteta, then they could lose all their money because they have to like say something nice to Arteta because they're getting paid. And
well, he's got rid of them before. He's got rid of them before, Macy. Certain ones that have asked tough questions, they've been banished. They get banished. That's the problem.
Vetted.
And we've also
the Arsenal PR team will, if all four of us, right, will go into that press conference, they will say, right, you've got 5 questions you can ask. Just saying that. What are you going to ask? Number 1. Yeah, you can ask that. You can ask that. Number 2. No, you can't answer. You can't ask that. Number 3. Yeah, you can ask that. You're asking about the dog. That's important.
Yeah.
That's important, right? Number 4. No, you can't ask that. That's actually important, and that's actually asking about the squad, and you're not allowed to know about the squad. Number 5. Oh yeah, you can ask that because you can ask what's going on at London Colney with the pitch. But sorry, back in the day, right, when we had proper journos, let's get it right. Let's get it right. These people, a majority of them that go to these press conferences are not proper journalists. Most of them are people
YouTubers, man.
in YouTube.
Yeah.
I could go there. Shane, Rachid, we could all go there, right? If we had access and security, we'd
last one press conference though, Chase. We'd never be asked.
I'd be out.
One question.
I'd be gone. I'd be out.
Yeah.
See ya.
You'll be handcuffed. You'll be handcuffed.
As well.
Mikel, when are you going to stop interim players?
Yeah.
They don't. Anyway, let's bring in Matthew. Matthew's joined us. I think he's on audio only though. I can't get him in. I can't get you in, Matthew. Don't know what's going on, man.
I was going to talk about Martin Keown, but
we'll come to that.
All right, then fine, because we need to have
I want to talk about now. I can't get Matthew. I can't get you in, mate, on audio only. He won't let me bring you in. I thought what's going on. But there we go. Carl is saying there's no such thing as a journalist in any respect anymore. No one does anything unless they're biased. He pays them to say what they pay. Yeah, what a comment.
Correct.
Well done. Yeah. You said it. You knocked it on the head. Right. Let's move it on, shall we? Okay. So, guys, let's Shano. Saliba.
Yeah.
Pushed him back on the park against Liverpool. Against Watford. And now injured. It's not just a knock. Right? He's now injured. Don't know how long for. So, look, how many times, Shane, are we going to see this bloody happen? Right? I remember the Brighton game with Partey. Came to the side of the pitch, right? And he was obviously holding his left. I think it was his left calf. And Arteta. I mean, I'm going back 5 seasons now, and he's pushing him back. I'm thinking, what are you doing? The guy's saying, "Look, I'm not boss. I'm not right. Something's wrong.
Yeah.
I need to come off now. I need, something's tightened up on me or whatever." The player will always know because the player, it's their body. You know yourself, right?
Yeah.
You pull a muscle in your back, you fucking know it. Or
you
whatever.
know straight away. Yeah.
Nobody else knows, but you know it. And you're going to go to your physio or the bench or wherever, and you're going to say, "Nah, something's not right here, mate. I've pulled something here. Something's not right." But, mate, Saliba's now crocked. Could be out for a while. We don't know. Why, Shane, does Arsenal right, have to long it out and keep it quiet and hide it, and then all of a sudden they'll come out with a bullshit thing. Well, it's more than a knock.
Mm-hmm.
Go on,
It links to the press conferences. It's all to cover for this guy, because the moment he said before the Chelsea game or after the Chelsea game, they asked where's Saliba. He picked up a knock. I went, well, he's lying. And people said, what do you mean? I said, because if he's willing to play Saliba against Liverpool after he was helped off the pitch in the pre-game warm-up, he ain't dropping someone that important. And that's just when Gabriel was out as well with a knock away to Chelsea. There was no way that someone would come to him and go, I got a bit of a knock, Gaffer. I don't think I'm fit for Chelsea. That he would not make them. It's impossible. Does not happen. He's played people through surgery, grade 3 hamstrings, knee surgery, all these things. A knock ain't going to do it. So I said at the time, there's no way that's a knock. That's a flare-up of the ankle, because as you said, and rightly said, he was made play against Liverpool, came off 5 minutes later, his ankle. He then didn't train all week before the Newcastle game. He still put him on the bench. Mosquera made one mistake, so he subbed him on at half-time, injured, then played him relentlessly until he dropped again, right? So that means that 3 times he's rushed him back. The fact that he has now turned around in this press conference and they said, what about Saliba? And he said, oh, it's his ankle. He was running on it differently because he had felt something, and he obviously blaming him. Wasn't a knock. Not one of the journalists went, whoa. You said 3 weeks ago it was a knock. Why is it changed now? And of course, not one of them went, well, hang on, Mikel. You said 3 weeks ago that it was a knock. Why are you changing your tune? And why was he out for 3 weeks with a knock?
It got worse.
Of course they're not going to do that. Trossard, again, brought him on injured. Then took him off because he was still injured, and he made the injury worse. Admitted himself that Trossard was injured, and now Trossard took a knock as well. Oh, he took a knock. I didn't see him getting a knock in that game. I saw him coming on injured and going off more injured. Timber took a knock in that game as well, apparently. Why didn't you take him off then? Didn't take a knock. He's just run into the ground. You've just flared up injuries again that are just too much for them to carry on. So his new thing is a knock. That's what it will be every injury, because then he knows that he's getting questioned now. He knows that not so much the mainstream media, but people are starting to go, these injuries at Arsenal, man, they're getting a bit, And I did be talking, big up to Errol from Redmen TV. Like he was messaging me today going, I sent him a snippet of the press conference, and he goes like, I thought like you were not exaggerating, but I didn't know it was as bad. But people have no idea. It's because we're so close to it. We see the lies, we see that. And then when you show it to other people, they're going, Jesus Christ, like that's not right. That's not how a club should be run. So the Saliba thing, he said today, right, that I don't know if he'll be back in time for the Everton game, which is on the 20th. And then he said about the game tomorrow, we have another training session. Let's see how he is for that. So he doesn't know if he'll be back in a week, but he might be back tomorrow. And again, nobody went, whoa, hang on, Mick. What are we doing here? So I think Saliba will be... This is the thing, Jez, because he's so dishonest and he's such a piece of shit. Excuse my language, but I can't stand him.
Love it.
We could be either seeing Saliba tomorrow or not for another month. I mean, I have no idea. So if I was to do it my team, I'd have like 3 defenders that I know will play, and then the centre back could either be Saliba, Timber, or Norgard. I don't know who's fit because this guy never comes out. Honestly, when it's an injury like Odegaard knee clashing, he'll have all the time frame for that because he didn't cause it. To me, he did because he made him play on twice. Odegaard had to sit down twice, so he made him play on it. If it's nothing to do with him, like Gabriel's, which was to do with him, by the way, he just so happened to go when he was away with Brazil. We've gone through how many minutes he played and how he was flogged, and that injury was going to happen that day of the week, regardless of what color kit he was wearing, red and white or the yellow of Brazil. That hamstring was going, or that calf, was going then. When it's that one, when it happens with Brazil and he keeps going international duty, Brazil, he'll have mad time frames for that. No problem. Here you go. Weeks. This one's weeks. Dowman happened to do under 21s. Weeks. Oh, yeah. No problem. If it's one that he has caused by rushing players back or making them play on injuries, oh, guys, I don't know, guys, and he's all shady about it. So with the Timber one, and I'll finish on this, Saliba, Calafiori has a knock as well, a knock, right? These are all down to either being flogged into the ground or rushed back. And we saw Declan Rice come off against Brentford with an injury. He was pointing at his calf, another calf, hamstring or calf. This guy loves them. when he was coming off with his sock roll down, he was already bandaged up. So he was injured going into the game. He then got injured in the game. 3 days later, then he's throwing up before the Villa game. He made him play 96 minutes, ill and injured. So he wasn't rested. He was ill and injured. So yeah, for the Saliba one, who knows? It could be a week, but I have a sneaky feeling this one could be. I wouldn't be stunned, Jez, if we get a little sort of merch drop and then that day, Saliba needs surgery or something. I would not be surprised whatsoever if that comes out very, very soon.
I was just going to say that, Shane.
Mm-hmm.
I was just going to say that. We had this. Do you not remember? We had this with Saka, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, we got this. We're going to give him an assessment. And then, and then it came out that he needed fucking surgery.
Jesus. Mm-hmm. Jesus as well.
Exactly. ACL.
Timber.
Well, I mean, why don't they just be honest and say, anyway, before we
to protect him, Jez. It's all to protect him.
Yeah.
It's all to protect him.
Why? Anyway, before I lose the plot, Rashid, because I could easily...
It's infuriating though, Jez, isn't it? It really is when you can see it happening all the time. And yeah,
it's just lying. Big up, Martin. I love this comment. Before I come to you, Rashid. Paul Nash 3835. Martin Tap. You youngsters, mate. I love it. Thank you very much. I'm a youngster. I don't always feel that, my friend, but yeah, thank you, mate. Thank you for that. And Gunners for Liam, mate. Even fellas in chat. Victoria Concordia Crescent. Yeah, well, once we were.
That's gone.
Once we played for In Harmony. I don't see it anymore. But Rashid, I could go on a rant here, but I'm not going to. I'm going to chill. Why is it that we get these continual lies, and they are lies from this football club about what Rashid? Look, mate, count to 5. Why can we not just be honest and say, Saliba's picked up a bad injury, or he's got a knock, and he's going to be out for a month, 6 weeks. And but we got the cover. We're okay. No, we don't do that, do we? We just lie.
Because these fans, these Arsenal fans, their biggest excuse last season why Arteta didn't win was injuries.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you say injury, and if you make it seem like now, if you put it out there that Arteta was the main reason for these injuries, then he's not. It gels together, right? You know what I'm saying? It gels together. It shows you that this guy is, first of all, even when he gets sacked, this guy has fucked up 12 players. 12 players that you're never going to see the same again. We already seen it. We've seen Saka. Never again. Never the same again.
And White.
What I'm saying. Never the same again. We can keep going. Never the same again. There's a lot of players that you're going to see that are never going to be the same again because of this man. But because of the excuses, the thing is that they used it for so long. Do you know what I'm saying? They used it for so long, and it was their biggest excuse for not winning last season. See, big managers don't make excuses. Do you know what I'm saying? They go out there. Do you know what I'm saying? You play what you have. You have enough to beat these certain teams. This is what. You know, at the start of the season when everybody was like, "Oh, we have a 6 squad, we have 6 squad." Maybe we do, but this guy ain't gonna use it. So why are we using it as if it's something positive about this season? He's not gonna use the big squad. It doesn't matter if we have 32 players. He's gonna play the same 11. He's even trying to shove Odegaard into that team, even though Eze scored a hat-trick and had 2-3 great games. He's still trying to play his player. And when Havertz comes back, I believe them now. I used to think I used to think you guys were when you'd say
no.
You know what I'm saying? Havertz will come back. I don't know. I started thinking, I was like, Gyökeres, 60 million, 60 goals last season. It's just
fourth choice
it does
now.
not make
He's
sense.
fourth choice now, Rashid. He is fourth choice striker now.
Do you know what I'm
Gyökeres.
saying? Fourth choice. He wants the players that were bought before Berta to win.
Yeah.
So it won't be. So if we win with the players that happened after Berta came, people will turn around and say, "Hey, see,
Berta might get some credit. He might get a few percentage of the credit.
thank
If he
you.
doesn't want that.
He'll get a nice chunk of that. He would have at least 30%, 35% of why we won the league, because technically last season we lost because of injuries, and now Mr. Berta came in, great signings according to them, great signings, and we won the league. This is if we win the league. He takes the credit, so he wants the players that what happened before Berta, so he can show the people that it was just the injuries. That's why he didn't win. That's the thing. So he trying to force his players, and unfortunately, he's Kim Jong-un. He's gonna get whatever he wants. He will play. He will play the players. I mean, Odegaard playing already shows you everything. It is impossible in any team in the world that is going for the league, whether you like Odegaard or not. Let's just say he's a player, whether you like him or not. Let's say I'm a manager. I cannot take off Eze and put you in. It just doesn't work like that. Eze needs to drop a few stinkers for me to bring you in. So yeah, that's my thoughts on it, Jez. That's the way I see it. It's all about excuses.
Rashid.
Like
Sorry, Rashid. What they've done. Sorry, just I'll be quick with this, Jez. Is what they have done with the Gyökeres thing. As soon as Jesus is back and now Havertz is on the way back, Canton, Semiu, AFTV, all of the ones that work for this guy have all come out on the same day with videos as to why Gyökeres hasn't done enough and why he's not good enough and why he won't adapt to Arteta's system. And they're all throwing Gyökeres under the bus. They're laying the groundwork for this guy, tossing him to the side and playing with chosen men when they come back.
Didn't they tell us? Didn't Arteta tell us that to wait 50 games?
50
I don't understand.
Yep.
Why can't we wait 50 games for Gyökeres? Why
look,
can't
look
we
at
do
this
that?
from Rashid. This is from last week, right? We have injuries that are totally uncontrollable, especially the ones that were long-term last season. So he won't even take the hit for the grade 3 hamstrings, which are completely his fault for overplaying players. Even with that, he can't take accountability for it. It's absolutely staggering how this guy gets away with it.
Never seen him once take accountability for anything. Honestly, I've never seen him once stand there and be like, do you know what? Today I got it all wrong. Do you know what I'm saying? I lost. And it's okay. It's okay to get it all wrong and lose. But you learn. I want you to learn. I don't want you just to say, oh, I've made a mistake. I want you to learn from that mistake. But that's what it is. When it came to Gyökeres, people are so quick. This is the thing. I feel like, because when it was Havertz missing them chances and not scoring, everybody was talking about the movement, how he was running and nobody passing him the ball. Do you know what I'm saying? The excuses were a lot of excuses. And now when it came to Gyökeres, I don't know. You need to play it out. Look, regardless, and I'm going to end it on this. This player came, he was 60. This Arteta, he's played the false 9, target, poacher, every type of striker didn't work. Every type of striker. It's not about Gyökeres or about Abba or about Havertz or about Jesus or about every striker did not work under this manager. Did he not play a false 9? Did he not play a target man? Did he not play? Every striker does not work with this manager, and that's that. Because I knew it from day one, because I don't know how Abba, 20 goals 3 months ago, and you came in, suddenly he became, do you know what I'm saying? Suddenly he became a shit player and we don't need him. Our boy's missing chances. I just don't understand it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Golden Boot the year before.
Come on. And he went on to score goals. He scored a goal
He's
last
still scoring.
Thank you.
He scored 2 against Newcastle.
Come on, man. What we doing here?
I'm just going to go. I'm going to go through some of this chat, and I'm going to let the dogs loose on this one. Martin Garner, C7J, beg your pardon. Even fellas, hope you do it this year. Don't let the 115 hunt you down. Plus, it's good for the Prem, 3 different words. I think, mate, that 115 charge is done and dusted. I always said that's never going to come to fruition. I think that's gone a long, long time ago. personally for me. Gunners for Liam, be wise to the Spanish players not falling ill or being injured. They will be ready and fresh at the start of the World Cup. Sorry, that's how I think. I think you're probably right, mate, actually. Yeah, I've got my own theory on that, but I'll keep that to myself. DJ 20341, I'm tired of Odegaard at this point. Play him in the 8 as a 10 because we know this manager won't drop
We're
Odegaard.
catering for him. Jez, not to cut you off, but like we're catering now. Oh, because they love Odegaard so much, we have to keep him on the pitch. Come on, man.
Of course we are. I'll tell you what. Right, okay. Going back a few years, we had a certain ex-Chelsea player came to us, and he played damn near every fucking game, and it was proven that it was in his contract he had to play every game. I reckon Odegaard's got that in his contract as well.
Yeah.
No, sorry, not Odegaard, Havertz. I reckon that's in his contract. He has to play. Because whoever writes that into their contract and Arsenal allows that is an absolute arsewite. But going back in time, who was it that allowed Havertz and Odegaard signed? Edu. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Big up Tyrrell Gunner TV, man. Go and subscribe to Tyrrell Gunner TV. Give him some support and love. This is Arteta for you, boys. Yep, absolutely, mate. Yep, we knew it. Macy, big up to you too. Big up to Macy as well.
Big up, Chris.
This is why I'm Arteta out. Yeah, well, there you go. At least you've been up in front and centre. Nelson's in the house. Big up, Nelson. Rachid, you're constantly putting this manager down. Always got negative vibes. Never happy. Okay. The Jesus and Gyok comparison was unfair because when Jesus came on the game, it had opened up. Nero Gyok only got one pass into him in the whole game.
On that, Jez, if you just pull up that picture there, this is what Odegaard's passes in the Bruges game. If you pull up a picture there, this was his passes. Look at Gyökeres. He didn't pass to him once. The whole game. Didn't pass to him once.
Odegaard is selfish because he just
look at that. Look at it. Like you get
that.
That's
you shape football.
He's a selfish player because he only cares about passing it to the other side of the wings, but not to Gyökeres.
He can't. He's not creative enough.
He's got a bonus. Yeah. He's got I think it's a 100 grand bonus for complete the passes.
Yeah.
So do you know what the mad thing is? Is that Arteta wanted us, to build the team around Odegaard. This is what this manager wanted. To build the team.
He won't admit he was wrong.
Thank you very much. And now we're looking at the U-shaped football. You saw the U-shape? You saw the little U-shape?
We're right.
U-shaped football. You're going to see that the whole season.
I just want to come to this comment here. Right. Abba was finished when we got rid of him. Was he? He went to Real Madrid
2 weeks ago against Newcastle.
Look what happened when he left Arsenal. He went to Barcelona and he started to there. And then after that, he came back to England, played for Chelsea, and he was looking okay there. But then after that, he's currently playing his football at Marseille. And now look, Marseille are in the they're not in the top table. They're not in the top of the table, but they're third behind PSG, and Lens are now currently top of Ligue 1. So you can't I just don't understand why the people are saying Aubameyang.
Because if Arteta is done with someone, they're finished. That's it. If Arteta's done with them, then they're finished. That's the end of it. Guendouzi was finished. Everybody's finished. If Arteta doesn't like them, they're finished. Considering that everybody he's let go has gone on to win trophies. Literally to the man. They've all gone on to win trophies. I don't know how that makes sense. Yeah. And Aubameyang at 36 scored 2 at St. James's Park, where we went 3 games without getting a shot on target under Arteta. And he scored 2 in one game at 36. Absolutely watched.
I find it, I don't know what the word is. Nelson, no player has to play the manager, decides the lineup. Well, we all know that, mate.
Yeah.
We all know that. But, what are you telling me? Tell me something fucking new. Tell me something I don't know. All right. I mean, yeah, really? Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Yeah, I mean, come on, man. If you got something important to say, I'd listen to you. you just come in and talk absolute bollocks all the time,
Yeah.
and then you call me out saying I hate on you. No, I don't. You just say something sensible, man. Yeah, I mean, Abba was a Golden Boot winner and was banging goals before this clown became a manager. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that's true.
Hey, come on. Seriously. Anyway, Macy, right. Let's move this on. Let's get into something a bit different, shall we?
Yeah.
Talk to me about Martin Keown.
Yes.
Right. And I noticed that when he was in on the game the other night at Bruges, yeah, he was very diplomatic towards Prince William. When Prince William had sort of jokingly, tongue in cheek, said, "I could put you in the tower." I wish he fucking would, be honest. Seriously. But yeah, go on, mate. I mean, I've got my opinion on him, but the floor is yours, my friend. The floor is yours.
Yeah, thanks, Jez. And listen, I mean, Martin Keown, like, I don't know what has happened to him ever since he became a pundit. Like, the amount of times he keeps protecting Odegaard, and the fact that he went after Prince William. And listen, Prince William was bang on. He was right to call out Keown because, Keown, I just don't understand why Keown has this obsession with Odegaard. Like, I just don't understand, because the fact is, I respected Keown. He was one of the greatest Arsenal defenders in the world. He, Tony Adams, Sol Campbell, them three together were the best defense in the world. But then, when Keown became pundit, he absolutely lowered his standards. When I remember years ago, when in the 2022-23 season, in the 3-1 defeat to Man City, Keown came out on TalkSport, and you know what the first thing he said to Simon Jordan? He said, "Oh, it doesn't matter if nobody expected us to be top of the league. So, you know, fellas, top 4 is the aim of the game." That was the first thing he said, because that year when we bottled the Premier League, Keown's first words were, "Nobody expected us to win the league. Top 4 was the aim." And now this season, when Aston Villa beated us 2-1, and just before the closing of the match, that guy had the audacity to name Odegaard as man of the match. Absolutely disgusting. The one person should have got man of the match, and that should have been Yuri Tielemans. The way he was absolutely bossing our midfield was absolutely amazing. Him, Buendia, Onana, they were absolutely commanding their midfield on ours, because Odegaard absolutely stunk out that place. But the one chance he did there was one thing he did good, was when he tried to guide that effort past Martinez. That was the only good thing he did. But apart from that, he was terrible in that Villa game. Absolutely dreadful. And it was and Keown as well. I have no respect now for Keown anymore. I mean, he has absolutely lowered his standards. He, Ray Parlour, and Ian Wright, all three of them together, they need to hang their heads in shame, because they have absolutely lowered their standards as legends. Because if they were such legends in their books, they should have called out the football club in the first place. But no, because Ian Wright is so protective of Saka, because he favors Starboy every single time. Ray Parlour is another one, because he keeps on saying, "Oh, but why are Arsenal fans not happy that we're continuing to rise to the top of we're still top of the table?" And now Martin Keown is coming out here with this whole praise of Odegaard. And you know, Matty, he was showing me a clip of Tony Adams, and Tony Adams was absolutely spot on when he called out Arteta and Odegaard, because when somebody asked him, do you think Arteta is doing a good job this season? And Adams said, I don't think so, because for me, Arteta needs to get a grip on these players. He needs to play players in their right positions, and not play out this whole inverted thing that doesn't work. So big up to Tony Adams. There's a reason why he's Mr. Arsenal, for a reason. I have always respected his opinion, and I will continue to stick by on whatever he says. But the likes of Keown, Parlour, and Wright, shame on you. You don't deserve to be called pundits. And what I've seen that from you guys, you don't deserve to be called Arsenal legends.
Facts.
True, absolutely true. I mean, I had my say on this the other day. You know, I had the utmost respect once, but for Keown, but as Arsenal FC, not Arteta FC, Keown played with Bergkamp, and he rates Odegaard. Says it all. That sums it up. That says it all. That says it all. One of the greatest footballers I've ever seen play at Arsenal, Bergkamp. This ex-Arsenal legend, if you want to say that, rates Odegaard. There's no comparison here. There is no comparison between the two. But we know why Keown does it. He's part of the Get Along crew, and he's on that. He's on that, right?
Illuminati.
He got it. He's on the Eurostar going to Bruges on the other day, Wednesday, and he was interviewed by Positive Dan, Gooner Therapies, and I watched it. I thought, what the fuck are you talking about, Keown? Seriously? And it's just embarrassing now. I've got no time for him. Terry Tibbs Gaze says, Shane, like Arteta Drago, says if they die on the field. Yeah, well, yeah. It is basically. I was watching the thing the other day, right? This team are lions led by a fucking donkey. Now that's a quote from the World War One, from a very famous person that called that after World War One, that the English and Commonwealth soldiers were lions, which they were, led by donkeys, and that's what we got, right? Absolute fucking joke manager. Carl Rossi says Tony Adams is my all-time favourite Arsenal player. I'm from a rugby background, and he was the only player my teammates could ever take the piss out of. Okay, fair enough. Okay. Nelson, again, trolling, being a dick, says you can't say that. Keown is a legend. He was.
Yeah, he was a legend.
Legend of a player. Legend as a player.
He was a great player.
He's an absolute arsewipe. Keown is an arsewipe as a pundit. He's a prick. No time for man at all. And I know Arsenal Football Club watch all our channels.
100.
All of them. All of us. Every single one of us. They watch us. And I don't give a shit, because at the end of the day, I'm not looking to get anything from Arsenal Football Club. I've given them more than they'll ever give me. So financially, but my love for the club is still there. Keown loved him as a player, hate him as a pundit. There you go, Martin. There you go. Anyway, let's move it on. Shano, we've got Wolves at home. Wolves at home. Late kickoff tomorrow night. I'm expecting, Shane, I am expecting an absolute killing of Wolverhampton Wanderers, respectfully. Right? They are, at the moment, the worst record in Premier League history. Okay? They're coming to the Emirates. They haven't won a game. Right? Can't score. And I'm expecting a massive, massive defeat of Wolverhampton Wanderers. I'm be honest with you, I'm expecting 7.
Yeah.
No, look, the thing is,
I'm serious. With this,
we should. That's what we should be looking at. Yeah,
I'm expecting.
It should be. Yeah.
An battery.
Yeah, me too.
See, the thing is, Jez, that what we should be doing for this is having like one holding midfielder and like Eze and Ethan in the 10s, and just say go out there and shred them, because they're not going to come out of their half. You know, I mean, you put on all your attacking players and you absolutely bury them in the first half, and you get your goal difference up. But he won't. He'll go full team. He basically said it in the press conference. He'll go Zubamendi, Rice, 2 basically holding midfielders. He'll go with Odegaard, who's pretty much a fridge now as well. He's not really an attacking player. He'll probably go with Marino up front. I think he'll go Madueke out the left. People talking about Madueke. Oh yeah, he's proven wrong, and yeah, out the right, he's got 3 goals in 2 Champions League games out the right. But this manager signed him as a left winger, and we have seen nothing. Anytime he plays out the left, he is absolutely awful. Out the right, he's been brilliant, but he ain't dropping Saka. So I do genuinely think it'll be Marino or Jesus up front. I don't think Gyökeres will get a start, and I think it'll be Madueke on the left. Sorry,
mate. Rashid's got to bounce out.
Sorry, Rashid. Sorry,
Shane. Sorry, Jez. Macy, thank you for having me on, Jez. Of course. I always love chopping up football with every one of you. You know that already.
Big up, Rashid.
But yeah, I feel like to end on this, I feel like we need to go out there, like Shane said, copy paste, go out there, play your best players, and please don't play me. You don't have to play 2 holding midfielders against Wolves, and don't give me that bullshit. It's still the Premier League. I'm sorry, man. It's Wolves, 0 wins, and they even got 2 draws. Do you know, they don't even have draws. Do you know what I'm saying? But I still think it's going to be a bit tacky at first because they're going to play that low block, and you know how we are with the low block. You've already seen how it goes. Everything goes to the side. So let's hope we get a goal from a set piece and then start scoring them goals and get that 7-0 that Jez wants. Do you know what I'm saying? Otherwise, you know, low blocks, we struggle with them. We do struggle with them. I just hope we beat them comfortably, you know, so we can just chill for that Saturday. It's a late kickoff as well, so 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
So we just want to.
The way everybody's gassed this team up, right? Yeah, I'm expecting 7 minimum.
Yeah. And we should be able to do that with a rake of changes as well. Jess.
Yeah.
We should be able to make a load of changes and smash them. You know what I
It
mean?
is what it is,
in the changes. Yeah.
It is what it is. But see you guys later, yeah? Chat, big up to you as well.
Take care, Rashid. Thanks for joining, bro. Shane, get back to where you started to interrupt you.
Yeah. So I'd love to see him go with 5 or 6 changes and a really attacking side and just go and smash them. But yeah, look, anything below, like if you offered me a 4-0 now, I'd take it. I wouldn't be happy with it, but I'd take it just because I know we've won and we put the pressure on City going into Sunday because they have a really, really tough game away to Palace, who are one of the informed teams who have a good record over them recently. I do think City will beat them, but I'm not fully confident that they'll beat them. I think they might just edge it. If they do beat Palace, that is really that's laying down a marker. But yeah, listen, I'm like you. I want 5 or 6 and edge, and it's important as well, Jez, because this league could go down to goal difference. You don't know. It could easily go down to goal difference. So these are the type of games you don't want to be going into the last game of the season, Jez, 2 goals behind, going, I wish we had just smashed Wolves when we were at home to them. And instead of beating them 2-0, we could have easily just gone all out. But if we score early, we'll steamroll them. If we don't, like I'm with Rashid, if we don't score early, it'll start to get a bit edgy. But I think we'll score 1 probably from a set piece on the 20th minute or something around at that time, and then we'll sort of huff and puff until the last 20 odd minutes, and they'll start to sort of get tired. We'll put a second past them, their heads will drop, and then we'll score 2 or 3 more. Anything less than an absolute demolition is not good enough. I'd take it just a win, of course. Yes, Premier League, but we have Everton away after that, so we need to go there. But look, I know he's going to play a full team. Jesus, I don't look. He people will say that he wouldn't start them, but he normally just does 1 sub and throws them in to make a point. He might play him, but I do think it'd be Marino. Up front, and it will be either Martinelli or Madueke out the left. And I just think that. With that, regardless of who we start, we should be beating them. The one I wouldn't start would be Marino, because we don't need someone dropping into midfield, and we're not playing a good team. We need someone that's just going to stay up front and bang them in. And I do fear that he wouldn't play Gyökeres, because he would be worried that Gyökeres will go bang in a hat-trick or something, and then he'll have a question and answer if he drops him for Havertz when he comes back. But listen, if Eze is able to score a hat-trick in a North London derby and he can still drop him for Odegaard, then he has no fear about dropping players regardless of what they do. But yeah, listen, I'm with you. 5-6-0 should be what we expect. It seems like it's crazy to say that, but with a team with 2 points from 18 games, you should be absolutely burying them. And I expect nothing less.
I'm sorry to say it, but you know, if we've got this great team that these people make out that we've got, and I'm not denying we've got some fantastic players, but some of them unfortunately aren't fit. We should be absolutely burying a team like Wolverhampton Wanderers. right? It should be a cruise in the park. We should all be sitting at the stadium with our prawn sandwiches, having a laugh, having a giggle, right? And getting bored of watching goals go in the back of their net. But I'm not convinced, man. Nelson's saying Jesus ain't starting, Shane. He will be eased in. Yeah, okay, I hear you. Goon SC, what are they? Man United. Just do this super chat, and I'm going to come to you, Macy. Swede says, big up Jay Sean Mason chat. Whilst we should win at least 3-0, if we start Odegaard in the 10, it will be an ugly 1-0. Now, there's a question. Thank you, mate, for your super chat, as always. Thank you. Yeah. Oh, God, if we win 1-0, Jesus. Anyway, Macy, give me your breakdown of this, okay? Because we should be absolutely battering Wolverhampton Wanderers. They should be shitting themselves, thinking, Jesus Christ, we're going to the Emirates. We're bottom of the league. They're top of the league. They're top of the Champions League. What's going to happen to us? Go on, mate. The floor is yours.
Yeah, I really want us to batter Wolves tomorrow. It's just they're on their worst form ever. Like nobody thought Wolves would be bottom of the Premier League because apparently they've changed managers this season. They got rid of Victor Pereira and replaced him with Rob Edwards, who of course is a Wolves legend. Correct me. Like he is of course a legend of Wolves, and he's even getting worse. Now he's getting more bad results than Pereira. So I'm confident we can beat Wolves. I might say a 5-0, but the problem is this manager will continue to stick Odegaard in the team. So I just do not want Rice or Saka starting this game tomorrow because they should be rested. We need to give Madueke and someone else in midfield a chance because listen, I know Zubimendi can't do it all by himself without Rice. I understand it, but Rice is not 100% ready for this game. Neither is Saka, so we need to rest them up and give somebody like Madueke or someone in midfield a chance. Maybe put Norgard in midfield and listen, Norgard for me. I mean, I still don't rate him. I never wanted him at the football club, but it is what it is. We have to stick with him in midfield because we played him at centre back against Club Brugge, and the amount of times one of the Brugge players was trying to shoot on goal, and Norgard was just like doing this all the time. Like he was too scared to head the ball away. He was like doing all of this. Like, come on, man, you need to be brave. I don't understand why you're doing all of this when Brugge are trying to create something, but he's not a centre back. We should put him in midfield be next to Zubimendi, and let's see how that works. But I don't want to see Odegaard, Rice, or Saka starting tomorrow. So for my prediction, I will maybe say I'll go 5-0 to the Arsenal. 5-0.
Yeah, I want more than 5-0. Sorry,
Okay.
I'm being greedy with how Wolverhampton are and the position. 2 points. No, I want at least 5 to 7. No question. Possibly go for the record. Let's get 10. You know, we should be capable of destroying a team like that. They are done and dusted, man. Vincenzo's going with a 3-0. Okay, fair play. Remember, yes, I do remember Gooner when we only beat Ipswich 1-0.
Yeah, that was an awful thing.
Yeah, tried then. Nelson's going with we don't need to rest Saka or Rice.
What are you talking about, Nelson?
He does that on purpose. I don't even pay attention.
Yeah, it's pathetic comment. Big up Swedish. Marino will probably play up front.
Yeah.
Fair play. And Andrew's in the house. Big up Andrew Macari, man.
Big up Andrew.
Big up Andrew. Absolutely. Anyway, guys, we're going to wrap it up. It's Friday night. We've all got shit to do. And Shano, have you been researching, ready for Tuesday? You're up against.
But you know what?
I mean, come on, mate. You're up against.
Look, I'm starting to think now I should have just settled for my second place finish last time and just retired because I don't know if I'll get second again because I know that Lawrence is up for it. But yeah, no, look, I'm actually currently reading the 125 years of Arsenal. But yeah, look, that's just to refresh. But you don't know what'll come up. You don't know in the spur of the moment. There's a big difference between having a question and having a few seconds to answer it than, you know, if you have a bit of time, you can say the wrong thing. But no, look, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. It's always a privilege to be on there with the likes of Kenny Ken and,
I mean,
you know,
you're up against a big Arsenal historian.
Look, I'm not even going into it with any belief that I'll beat Kenny Ken. I'm just trying to get as high a finish as possible. That's all I'm at.
Come on, no, forget Kenny. You know, Don Revie was our manager in.
Sorry, that legend is on. Yeah, Jesus. Well, Kenny Ken better watch out. You know what I mean? If Positive Dan is on, he better watch out because that guy's football knowledge is through the roof.
It's a major one. This one, yeah. You have got yourself, Kenny Ken, Positive Dan, Lawrence, and Kyle Walsh. So
and he knows the stuff as well.
Yeah, Kyle. Well, Kyle took.
He took Kenny one time, didn't he? Yeah.
He took the crown. He did take the crown. So you're up against it, man. 40 questions. They're all Arsenal. And there are a few wobbly questions in there, which I've thrown in there just to be a shitbag. But anyway.
That's what it's all about, Jez.
Do you know what I mean? I wouldn't know the answer if I hadn't looked him up, to be honest. I won't lie. Yeah. But I like to do that. It just adds to the fun. Mate, what you got coming up, buddy?
Yeah, big up for having me on. As always, big up to Macy, the legend, and big up to Rachid and the legendary chat. I will be back, obviously, for the Full Irish tomorrow morning. And then I will be doing a match reaction on Views' channel after the Arsenal match. And then Sunday night will be off topic where we will discuss the worst decisions in football history. So that should just be a bit more of a fun one, unless it's a decision that went against your team. So we will have to discuss Maradona's handball, unfortunately, Jez. And I know that will boil your blood if you're around Sunday night. But yeah, listen, big up for having me on. And yeah, so I'll see everybody in the morning for the Full Irish.
Yeah, lovely. A great show this morning, mate. Thoroughly enjoyed that one. The Full Irish is a great show. It's a great show. And yeah, I'll be there for the show at 7:30. Is it 7:30 Sunday?
7:30 Sunday evening. Yeah, when the football's over. Yeah,
perfect. That is perfect. Big up Nelson, man. Jez, what wine are you on today, mate? Cabernet Sauvignon. I've had a change from the Shiraz. Got a bit bored with it. It's coming to Christmas. I've got to go and pick up my wine tomorrow. My Guigal Cote de Rhone. Always have that at Christmas. It's lovely. It's nice wine. It's nice wine. It's a bit more upmarket that I'm doing the everyday wine, but hey, whatever. I don't care. It's enjoy.
That's it.
Macy, as always, my friend. Thank you for joining.
Yes. Thank you for having me.
Great fact you stated, buddy.
Yeah, yes.
And yeah, what do you think about? Give me a match. Give me a result. Give me a result on your prediction for tomorrow night.
Well, I did say 5-0 to Arsenal, but I just maybe we could get some more goals on them tomorrow if that's the case. But we know this manager, he just wants to be protective of his scoreline. But all I'm saying is that I'm confident we can beat Wolves because they're bottom of the table, and it looks like they are favourites to go down to the Championship next season. So I'm fully confident we can batter Wolves. Maybe not 5-0, but maybe we can get some more goals on them. And also on Sunday, I'm gonna watch the Man City Crystal Palace game, and hopefully Palace can do us a favor. But let's not count City out. I watched their match against Real Madrid in the Champions League, and Man City played so well. They won 2-1, and they absolutely kept Real Madrid's attackers out of the match. That was an absolutely amazing performance from Pep Guardiola and City as well. So City are starting to look ruthless now if they keep it up. And listen, we know traveling to Palace away is a very tricky game, because we know Palace is a difficult team. But remember, Manchester United came to Selhurst Park and they beat them 2-1. So City could do the same to them on Sunday. So we should be careful, because not only we have to beat Wolves, we have to make sure that City drop points. But we know that's not going to happen, because City are still in the chasing pack of stopping us from getting to that title. And also, we've got some big, difficult games coming up after the Wolves match. We've got Brighton, Everton, Bournemouth, and Villa on the final year of 25. So those 4 games could decide if we are ready to challenge for the Premier League title this year.
True. Yeah, good point, mate. And on that note, we're going to wrap it up. Thanks for everybody in the chat. Great comments, Nelson. Thank you. You do say some funny comments, but I do respect what you say. At the end of the day, mate, fair play to you. Next week, I won't be around Friday night. Next week, I will be on the Latch in London with some of my old friends from the Arsenal days. In Borough Market, we have a great old giggle there. Rory Neal, 1918. I can't believe Slot gave it to Salah. He now looks weak. Fair play, man. Rory Neal says, big up Jez and Shane, and big up to Macy as well. So, gentlemen, thank you. And thank you for the chat. Thank you for the super chat. And we're going to get out of here. Have a great evening. Whatever you're doing, have fun. Take care. Look after yourselves. And we are out of here. And I will see you tomorrow after the game against Wolverhampton Wanderers. And I'm expecting a minimum of 5-0. If we don't do that, then there's something seriously wrong. But anyway, people, Shano, Macy, Rachid, brilliant. Thank you. Take care, boys.
No problem.